Some drivers make bad choices, others make career-defining bad choices. On April 20th, 2024, David Arrington was about to lock in his spot in the second category. Georgia State Patrol Trooper Kirby spotted him in Baldwin County, drifting off the road. Like Sunday steering wasn't his thing, but the moment the blue lights flashed, the mood and the stakes changed instantly.
Don't do it! Don't do it! Don't do it! This has got to end. I can't let him back on the roadway.
Arrington was pulled from the wreck, still smelling of alcohol, and later found with suspected cocaine in his pocket. He refused to give a blood sample and added resisting behavior to his growing list of problems. This chase was proof that some people aren't just running from the law, they're running from reality. On June 14, 2023, what began as a simple traffic observation on US 64 turned into something far more dangerous. A lone trooper sat waiting, watching cars pass when one particular vehicle rocketed by at an eye-watering pace. The driver teased a stop, giving the illusion that he might comply, only to stomp the gas again and vanish into the distance. That was the moment everything changed, and the calm roadside turned into the start of a nightmare run.
Hey, we got strangers up ahead, watch out. Yeah,
115 coming up to the Lango River Basin.
115 coming to Lango River Basin. Still westbound, speed approximately 130 miles an hour. There's a Woodruff County deputy that's at 59 Highway 64 at Timmy Miller Shop. Still westbound, speed approximately 130 miles an hour.
TBI, TBI, TBI.
TBI, TBI, TBI.
Get a fucking grip!
Fuck you! No! Get a fucking grip! Motherfucker!
His arm!
When the dust finally cleared, the driver was no ordinary speeder. He was later identified as Adam Walker, a Florida man whose reckless flight ended with fists flying as he attacked officers before being restrained. For that wild run, he picked up a laundry list of charges from felony, fleeing to aggravated assault, and resisting arrest. Sometimes the dumbest decision on the road is thinking you can outpace both the law and common sense. September 16, 2022. The streets were quiet, but Arkansas State Police Trooper Jacob Byrd knew better than to trust a calm night. In the glow of streetlights, a white Dodge Charger stood out, moving with the kind of urgency that never ends well. The way it carved through the lanes was less about skill and more about recklessness, and Byrd knew he had just crossed paths with a driver ready to gamble everything.
We are going west on 65th. West on 65th. Speed's over 100. Still west on 65th.
Still west.
There's a gate at the end of this, and he's coming back out of it. I just drove my car to assist.
When Trooper Nathan Williams rolled in to assist, the chase's closing act was already written. The suspect was arrested without resistance, his night ending in handcuffs rather than horsepower. With the moves he pulled, felony fleeing and reckless driving seemed like safe bets for his rap sheet. This was one of those times when speed only got someone to the wrong destination faster. On December 21st, 2023, just before midnight, Trooper First Class A Matthews was running speed enforcement along Interstate 20. Out of the darkness came a black Infiniti G37 flying past at more than 100 miles per hour in a 60 zone. A traffic stop was attempted, but what should have been a routine pullover quickly turned into something far more dangerous. Within seconds, the driver made his choice, and it was the wrong one.
Hit on the ramp.
Clear, bit on the ramp.
The driver was identified as Charles Hopkins, who not only showed signs of heavy drinking, but also carried an outstanding arrest warrant for sex crimes. His decision to flee did not just cost him freedom that night, it sealed his fate with new charges stacked on top of the old. In the end, running from the Georgia State Patrol only bought him a faster ticket to jail. On April 7th, 2024, what started as a simple traffic stop spiraled out of control in just seconds. A trooper pulled over a driver who appeared ready to comply, even stepping out of the vehicle in the glow of flashing lights. But that calm was a mirage. In the blink of an eye, she jumped back behind the wheel and took off into the night. What followed was a chain of decisions that would push both her and law enforcement to the edge.
We'll see, she just took off again. TBI.
Driver, step out of the car! Driver, step out of the car!
In the aftermath, the driver was pulled from the wreck and placed into custody on the roadside. She tried to explain it away with talk of gas tanks and excuses, but the reality was hard to ignore. Felony fleeing, reckless driving, resisting arrest, and likely charges tied to endangering lives at triple-digit speeds. Sometimes the most expensive fill-up of your life doesn't come at the gas pump, it comes in the back of a patrol car. On September 20th, 2023, the quiet night along Interstate 440 suddenly turned into something out of a high-octane thriller. Two vehicles came blazing past Trooper Lucas, moving so fast it looked like the asphalt barely touched their tires. One car split off, but the other, a white Dodge Challenger, stayed on the throttle, barreling into the dark like it had something to prove. That decision set the stage for a chase that would test nerves, engines, and plain old common sense. The driver, later identified as Dimitri Barton, was pulled from the wreck and taken for medical evaluation before heading to the Pulaski County Detention Center. His passenger, Amparo Lopez Gomez, complained of shoulder pain and admitted she had begged him to stop. At the end of the day, Barton's need for speed only earned him a set of handcuffs and a front row seat to his own bad choices. It was May 14, 2022, when a call crackled over Troop C Communications Smyrna Police Department was in a bind chasing a runaway Kia that refused to stop. Georgia State Patrol's Trooper First Class Campbell was on the mic while his partner slid into the lead position, eyes locked on the vehicle ahead. Atlanta's skyline flickered in the rear view as the pursuit pushed south, the suspect playing a dangerous game of denial at highway speed. For the troopers, every mile ahead felt like a ticking time bomb.
Man, I messed up. Damn. Come on now. Georgia 54. No, I'm on Georgia 54. Got a big gas coming up 797. Get on the wheel. Hit. Pit. Copy, pit.
Both occupants were pulled from the car during a felony stop and handed off to Smyrna Police Department, their late-night joyride ending in handcuffs instead of freedom. It was a clean finish to a chaotic chase, one that showed just how far some will go to avoid responsibility. But as always, the highway doesn't forgive arrogance, and the troopers made sure of that. On October 8, 2022, a quiet Arkansas interstate was shattered by the roar of an engine that had no intention of slowing down. Trooper Nathan Williams of the Arkansas State Police locked eyes on a Honda Civic moving like a dart through the night. What started as a standard observation of a fast-moving car quickly turned into something else entirely. This wasn't just a case of speeding. This was someone pushing every limit in the book.
89 secondary, I'm in Mount speed 25. Gotta make it around secondary. Number 3 lane, passing out, correct, 125. Yeah, started 1016, multiple rollover.
Comments headed.
When the dust cleared, the pursuit was done, and the Civic was crippled on the side of the interstate. The driver's decision to keep pushing had ended in a way no one could mistake for victory. Trooper Williams's quick action stopped a dangerous situation from getting worse. On the open road, the difference between control and catastrophe can be just one move. April 20th, 2021 began like any other spring afternoon in Georgia. Traffic was steady, the sun was warm, and a Georgia State Patrol trooper sat watching the flow from a quiet roadside spot. That peace broke when a silver Nissan Murano tore past straddling lanes and flirting with disaster as it nearly collided with a car pulling out from a private drive. The trooper moved in, catching up as the suspect rolled into a right turn lane. A quick face-to-face was supposed to resolve it, but the driver had other plans.
way.
Once the dust settled, the driver, later identified as Jaden Makey Hamilton, stepped out without a fight. He admitted the reason for running was painfully simple: no driver's license and a fear of jail. Hamilton was taken to Paulding County Jail, his Nissan hauled away. The trooper, even after the chaos loosened the cuffs, offered him water and let him call his mother for his groceries. Sometimes even the most reckless moments get an unexpectedly humane ending. It was the morning of February 6, 2022, and I-75 through Georgia was just another busy interstate until one driver turned it into the stage for a dangerous spectacle. Word spread over the radio that a Chattanooga police SUV had been stolen and was now barreling south out of Tennessee. As the information reached the Georgia State Patrol, one detail stood out like a flashing warning sign: there was a rifle inside. In seconds, a quiet day became the setup for a tense and unpredictable chase. The high-stakes run came to an end when Parker's stolen ride was stopped cold, and his short-lived escape on foot met a K-9 with a nose for trouble. Taken into custody without further incident, he faced multiple charges for theft, fleeing, and reckless driving. A patrol car is supposed to protect the public, but in the wrong hands it becomes a rolling danger that the law cannot afford to let roam free. November 11th, 2020 started like any other patrol night for Trooper Jacob Byrd of the Arkansas State Police. That was until a white pickup truck came into the picture, one that wasn't slowing down for anything. The quiet stretch of road quickly turned into a live pursuit, the kind that demands split-second decisions and perfect timing. Byrd wasn't about to let this opportunity slip away. When the truck finally came to rest, the driver's defiance had run its course. Byrd's intervention stopped a potentially dangerous situation before it could spiral further. In pursuits like this, one officer's timing can make all the difference. In the early morning darkness of September 15th, 2024, the Gandy Bridge was quiet, at least for a moment. Florida Highway Patrol Trooper Kenneth Ray was patrolling the span when a silver sedan came into view, darting between lanes like it owned the road. It was moving fast, too fast, and its erratic path left little doubt that trouble was brewing. What started as a simple approach for a traffic stop was about to take a sharp turn into something far more dangerous.
halfway down signal 16, we're stopped.
When the pursuit finally ended, the driver's denial came quick, but the evidence said otherwise. She was taken into custody, her vehicle secured, and the morning sky over Pinellas County returned to calm. The excuse, fear, and bad judgment, a combination that never ends well. If this run proved anything, it is that scared is never a free pass on the highway. June 25th, 2024 was shaping up like any other summer night for Florida Highway Patrol. That changed the moment a trooper spotted a black Honda Civic parked on the shoulder of Interstate 95, matching a stolen vehicle report out of Palm Beach County. Its hazard lights were flashing, but this wasn't a case of mechanical trouble. The second those patrol lights lit up, the driver made a choice, and it was the wrong one.
Stop the car! Stop the car! Stop the car! Stop! Get out of the vehicle!
The moment came when the suspect's momentum hit a breaking point. The space to run was shrinking fast, and the officer in pursuit was about to deliver a move that left no room for another escape attempt. By the time the dust settled, the driver was identified as Morgani N. Otayak, driving on a suspended license. Her passenger, Jose Luis Rodriguez, had 4 active warrants and had even admitted to helping her keep the chase going. The third passenger, Jenny Sue Erb, claimed she had no idea the vehicle was stolen. Everyone was taken into custody with medical checks to ensure no injuries. If there's one lesson here, it's that running from law enforcement only piles on more trouble, and the fourth time isn't the charm. It was late on March 2nd, 2025, when a quiet Arkansas night suddenly turned into something else entirely. Rogers police had already tried to stop a black Toyota Corolla that was speeding into oncoming traffic with its lights off. Their chase didn't last long. The driver was too reckless, and the risks too high. But while they backed off, Trooper Surrett was already tuned in, listening to every word over the radio. Minutes later, that same Corolla was about to make the worst kind of comeback.
It's going the wrong way on falling
traffic.
So we're headed back from here.
southbound for the second.
He's still wrong way. He almost hit Rogers. TBI. Unsuccessful, still rolling. TBI.
The run came to an unceremonious end, and the driver was no longer just a voice over the radio. Zachary Joseph Lee Kennedy was in custody facing a list of charges from fleeing to theft by receiving. His passenger was taken to the hospital with minor injuries before being released. It's a reminder that in Arkansas, running in the dark is a sure way to end up in the spotlight. That's the end of this run, but it's only the tip of the iceberg when it comes to what we've got coming. Head over to the next video and see how intense things can really get. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe for the next pursuit.